Why do so many Wing Chun masters still teach exactly the same way as 50 years ago? Why do they always talk about lineage, family name, Yip Man, Bruce Lee, but rarely talk about how to make Wing Chun work in today's world? If Wing Chun does not evolve, it risks becoming a museum piece instead of a living martial art. Today, I want to share my honest thoughts after 50 years of practicing and teaching Wing Chun. Wing Chun is one of the most beautiful martial arts ever created. It is intelligent, it is efficient, it was designed for survival. But we must also be honest. The world today is very different from 500 years ago or even 50 years ago. Today we have MMA, Muay Thai, wrestling, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, professional combat sports. These fighters train with modern systems, pressure testing, and live sparring. So the question is, has Wing Chun evolved enough to keep up with the modern world? I have been practicing Wing Chun for over 50 years. I started in the old days when training was very different. I have taught students from around the world, competed, trained, and tested Wing Chun in many situations. I respect the traditional masters and the history of Wing Chun. But I also believe something very important. Martial arts must evolve to survive. Wing Chun should not only respect tradition, it must also face reality. The problem with modern Wing Chun, today many schools focus heavily on lineage, family names, who learned from who, which brand is the real Wing Chun. But the real question should be, can the student actually fight? Many students spend years doing forms and drill, chi sao. They never learn distance control, timing, pressure, sparring, dealing with hooks, jabs, takedown, dealing with modern fighters. So when Wing Chun meets MMA or Muay Thai, of course it struggles. Not because Wing Chun is bad, but because the training method is incomplete. The new direction for Wing Chun, if Wing Chun wants to survive another 100 years, we must evolve not by abandoning tradition, but by updating the training system. Modern Wing Chun should include 1. Realistic distance Wing Chun must understand long range, middle range, and close range. Most schools only train close range, but fights start far away. Rear sparring. Student must learn to deal with jab, hook, low kick, high kick, grappling, clinch, pressure. Without sparring, technique stay theory. Structure number 3, structure and body mechanics. Wing Chun real strength is structure and efficiency. This is something many modern fighters actually lack. If trained correctly, Wing Chun structure can become extremely powerful. 4. Simplicity. Wing Chun should remain simple, not hundreds of techniques, just a few principles done extremely well. Why Wing Chun can still be powerful? Wing Chun has unique advantages: centerline control, simultaneous attack and defense, close range, striking sensitivity, like Chi Sao, structural power. If these principles are trained correctly and tested under pressure, Wing Chun can still be very effective. The problem is not the art. The problem is how it is taught. Today, I want to show you the Wing Chun structure and its foundation and its punch. Let me show you how we can improve Wing Chun in this modern world. Before you trust your chain punch, take 2 minutes for this test. Will your chain punch fail you? The links pinned below. In Wing Chun, we always start with a Wing Chun stance. Feet together. Wing Chun stance, knee relaxed, both face on the side of your chest. The body doesn't bend forward or back, lean to the left or right. And this is just a stance. This is get a structure correctly. This is not a fighting stance. Don't get me wrong. And now we will check the center line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making sure the middle finger is in line with my nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The power comes from the ground, to the feet, to the leg, to the waist, to the body, which is the spine at the back, into the shoulder, arm, wrist, and fist. The whole body works in one, and the power comes from the middle. So when we punch, it's always in the center. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just theory and practice. This is the fundamental Wing Chun. It's got nothing to do with fighting, got nothing to do with sparring. You see? So once we get this foundation, we can move our stance from left to right. We can stay at 45 degrees. You see? All right? Facing up. Long distance Wing Chun, I call this, right? 2, 3, 4. Just shift your leg from back to front to back. 3, 4, 5. So in reality, sparring, I will stand in 45 degrees or 90 degrees. If the opponent, you see, about the same height with me, 45 degrees is fine. But if the opponent is much taller than me, I will stand in 90 degrees. Then I get a longer distance. You can see the difference, right? You see? All right? That's 90 degrees. So these are the two stances called the long distance Wing Chun stance. So I just practice that 1, 2, 90 degrees, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now 45 degrees, 1, 2, 3, the big shorter, right? 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in sparring stance, 45 degrees or longer distance, 90 degrees. When the hook punch comes, you just move your head back, easier. And do not put your head forward. It's quite simple. Follow this video and practice this Wing Chun side stance sparring every day for 2 weeks. And your fighting stance, long distance, you see, will improve. Before you trust your chain punch, take 2 minutes for this test. Will your chain punch fail you? The links pinned below. Wing Chun can still be very effective. The problem is not the art. The problem is how it is taught. Wing Chun has survived for hundreds of years, but the world is changing faster than ever. If we keep repeating the same methods without adapting, the next generation may stop believing in Wing Chun. But if we evolve while respecting the roots, Wing Chun can become even stronger in the modern era. The art is not about the masters. It is about the principles and the future. And the future depends on how we train today. This is Wing Chun Wisdom. See you in the next video. Before you move on, take a moment to test your own Wing Chun. I have made a free 2-minute test. Will your chain punch fail you? Record 1 round, score yourself, and I'll show you the drills to strengthen what's missing. The links in the description.